Hello nurses, how are you all and welcome back to my channel Nurse Navigator Swati. I'm back with the third part of Gynecological and Obstetrical Nursing MCQ question and answers. Quickly go through my part 1 and 2, review your knowledge and do subscribe for more such MCQs. Let's get started. Question number 1. Blood and debris discharged from the uterus after delivery is termed as? Options are septic shock, lochia, pyuria or option 4 hematuria. Yes, lochia is the normal vaginal discharge consisting of blood, mucus and uterine tissue that occurs for 4 to 8 weeks after childbirth as the uterus sheds its lining and heals. So here option 2 is the correct answer. Question number 2. Syphilis is caused by? Options are HIV, papilloma, Neisseria or option 4 trypoma. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted infection. It is mainly caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum. So here option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 3. The realignment of fetal head with the body after the head comes out is termed as? Options are expulsion, descent, restitution or option 4 engagement. Yes, you are absolutely right. Restitution in pregnancy is the sixth cardinal movement of labor where the baby's head after delivering rotates 45 degrees back to align with its shoulder. So here option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 4. An incision made into perineum to enlarge the vagina during delivery is called? Options are amniotomy, episiotomy, cesarean or option 4 forceps delivery. Yes, an episiotomy is an surgical incision made in the perineum during the final stage of the labor to widen the vaginal opening and doing the delivery and for easily doing the delivery. So here option 2 is the correct answer. Next question. Premature separation of the placenta from the uterine wall before delivery is called? Options are abruptio placenta, placenta previa, fetal distress or option 4 cord polyps. Placenta abruptio is such a serious, often sudden pregnancy complication where the placenta detaches from the uterus before birth, typically after 20 weeks. So here option 1 is the correct answer. Question number 6. A failure of uterus to return to its normal size is called? Options are protrusion, retraction, involution or option 4 subinvolution. Yes, you are absolutely right. Subinvolution of the uterus is a postpartum condition where the uterus fails to return to its normal pre-pregnancy size, often caused by the retained placenta or the uterine infection or uterine fibroids. So here option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 7. Bluish discoloration of the vagina is called? Options are Hager sign, Gödel sign, Chadwick sign or option 4 McDonald's sign. Yes, Chadwick sign is a bluish purple discoloration of the cervix, vagina and the vulva which acts as a probable early sign of pregnancy. It is mainly caused by increased vascularity and blood flow to the pelvic region. So here option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 8. Regular rhythmic contraction can be felt during bimanual examination is called? Options are Palmer sign, Hager sign, uterine shuffle or option 4 Robson sign. Yes, Palmer sign is an early objective sign of pregnancy characterized by regular rhythmic uterine contraction felt by the healthcare provider during a bimanual examination. So here option 1 is the correct answer. Next question. Which formula is used for calculating EDD? Options are labor rule, rule of 9, option 3 Nagel's rule or option 4 infant formula. Yes, Nagel's rule calculate the estimated due date of a pregnancy by adding the 9 months and 7 days of the first day of last menstrual period. So here option 3 is the correct answer. Next question. The first trimester morning sickness can be overcome by? Options are eating nothing until nausea subsides, option 2 eating before sleep, option 3 taking heavy food at the bedtime or option 4 eating protein before sleep. Yes, morning sickness in the pregnancy can be reduced by eating protein at the bedtime, which mainly stabilizing the blood sugar levels throughout the night and increasing our nausea fighting hormone that is called gastrin. So here option 4 is the correct answer. Next question. The commonest cause of postpartum hemorrhage is? Options are instrumental trauma, post-mature pregnancy, premature pregnancy or option 4 atonic uterus. Uterine atony, it is the failure of the uterus to contract after childbirth and causing it to remain soft and boggy instead of firm, and this is the leading cause of postpartum hemorrhage. So here option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 12. The commonest type of episiotomy is? Options are J-shaped episiotomy, mediolateral episiotomy, lateral episiotomy, or option 4 left lateral episiotomy. The most common type of episiotomy is the mediolateral episiotomy, especially when considering global practices due to its lower risk of severe tearing. So here option 2 is the correct answer. Question number 13. Drug of choice for induction of abortion is. Options are prostaglandin, argometrin, methotrexate, or option 4 comiflin citrate. Yes, you are absolutely right. Prostaglandins, primarily misoprostol, are used to induce abortion by causing uterine contraction and cervical ripening. So here option 1 is the correct answer. Next question. The complaint of oligomenorrhea, obesity and hirsutism in a 20-year-old lady indicates. Options are prolactinoma, option 2 cancer of endometrium, option 3 polycystic ovarian disease, or option 4 pregnancy. Polycystic ovary syndrome, that is PCOS, it is a very common hormonal disorder of women of reproductive age which is characterized by high androgen level, irregular periods and small ovarian cyst. And the common sign and symptom will be oligomenorrhea, obesity and hirsutism. So here option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 15. Birth trauma is a risk factor for. Options are uterine prolapse, endometriosis, PID, or option 4 abortions. Yes, birth trauma is a major cause of developing uterine prolapse, where pelvic muscles and the connective tissues are damaged during vaginal delivery, causing the uterus to slip into the vagina. So here option 1 is the correct answer. Next question. Pearly white or silvery bright lines headed after delivery is called. Options are linea albicans, linea nigra, stria gravidarum, or option 4 stria nigra. Yes, linea albicans are the whitish skin marks commonly known as the stretch mark that often appear on the abdomen or breast, frequently occurring after pregnancy. So here option 1 is the correct answer. Next question. Meconium mixed with Leica MD indicates. Options are congenital anomalies, chromosomal defect, chorea, or option 4 fetal distress. Yes, meconium is passed into the amniotic fluid during fetal distress, primarily due to the hypoxia, which mainly causes intestinal contraction. So meconium mixed with Leica amnia indicates fetal distress. Option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 18. Presence of complete ring of bubbles at the meniscus in SEC test indicates. Options are maturity of fetal brain, option 2 septal defect, option 3 maturity of fetal lungs, or option 4 it indicates fetal cyanosis. Yes, you are right. The SEC test or a foam stability test, it is a rapid bedside assessment of the fetal lung maturity by checking the amniotic fluid for surfactant. So here option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 19. Less than how many number of kicks in 12 hours indicates the failure of placental function? Options are 2, 5, 10, or option 4 20. Feeling fewer than 10 kicks or the movements within a 2-hour period, particularly in the third trimester, it is often referred to as reduced fetal movement and also indicates the failure of placental function. So here option 3 is the correct answer. And the last question of today's quiz session is, total weight gain of mother in normal pregnancy is. Options are 10 to 12 kg, 18 to 20 kg, 12 to 14 kg, or option 4 9 to 10 kg. Within the given options, for a single normal weight pregnancy, a gain of 10 to 12 kg is considered as normal. So here option 1 is the correct answer. So let me know how much you have scored from this video, and also mention me in the comment the topic on which you want more MCQs and explanations. See you soon in my next nursing quiz session.